Contreras, and this is PJC News. Tonight's stories include a generous donation to the Children's Hospital of $100,000.
Also, a water pipe bust underneath Lake Wollums and flooded most of the city streets. Also, tomorrow is the opening day of dove hunting season, so be sure to get those licenses before you go out and hunt. Hold on.
Well, we're getting reports of a U-2 spy plane being shot down over the Soviet Union.
Let's go back to Angel, who's live in the Soviet Union. Angel, what have you heard so far?
Well, from what I heard, it took 2 missiles to take down the plane. And after plummeting 70,000 feet, pilot Gary Powers found himself surrounded by Soviets and immediately taken into hostage. As a matter of fact, I believe we have live footage of the plane being shot down. Back to you guys in studios.
Now, the footage we're about to show is very graphic.
I recommend young viewers to leave the room. Wow, what a shame to see that from one world. Now, apparently, the U.S. has been surveilling the Soviet Union for about 4 years now. But get this is the first time they have ever shot down a plane. Want to know why?
Why?
Because the Soviet Union has developed a new Zenith rocket with longer range and better accuracy.
Wow. You know how you said we've been doing it for about four years. I want to know if the Soviet Union has been spying on us at all and what they've captured.
I doubt that they've been doing that. I don't think they're.
You don't think so?
I don't think they're.
You never know. Anyway,
Okay.
but now we're getting word that we actually have footage of Gary Powers in his cell right now. Let's go take a look at that.
I want to go home. I want to go home. I miss my family. I just want to go home.
We'll be back after these short messages.
Stay tuned.
Pulling a switch on the regulars by serving new instant Maxwell House. What's it taste like? Fresh perk coffee, that's what it tastes like. New Instant Max. Now a better blend of coffee beans, freshly perked for more fresh perk taste. We call it the Perky Instant.
Now, the recent activities have brought up many questions. Mainly, should we continue our espionage over foreign countries? Right now, President Eisenhower is preparing to give his speech on the subject.
Let's go to Angel Hustle, who is at the White House right now.
Behind this door, President Eisenhower is preparing his speech to defend the act of spying. Let's take a look.
No one wants another Pearl Harbor. This means that we must have knowledge of military forces and preparations around the world, especially those capable of massive surprise attack. Secrecy in the Soviet Union makes this essential. In most of the world, no large-scale attack could be prepared in secret. But in the Soviet Union, there is a fetish of secrecy and concealment. This is a major cause of international tension and uneasiness today. Our deterrent must never be placed in jeopardy. The safety of the whole free world demands this. As the Secretary of State pointed out in his recent statement, ever since the beginning of my administration, I have issued directives to gather in every feasible way the information required to protect the United States and the free world against surprise attacks and to enable them to make effective preparations for defense.
Very interesting. Angel, what are your thoughts on Eisenhower's speech there?
Well, I agree with President Eisenhower. It's always a good idea to keep an eye on what the other country's doing because you never know what they're going to be capable of. And if we're going, you know what happened with the Cuban Missile Crisis? Like, you don't want that going on.
Exactly.
So it's always a good idea. What is your intake on that?
I agree with it. I agree with spying over foreign countries just to an extent, you know.
Yeah.
I don't believe we should just constantly always have them in check. Just with what we're doing right now with the occasional spy plane, you know, that doesn't bother me at all, really. If we were doing that any earlier, it could have possibly prevented Pearl Harbor and how many we lost there.
Well,
So that's my side on the story.
I agree with you there.
Yeah.
Well, we're cutting it a little late. So from all of us here at PJC News, good night.
Good night.